Hello everyone. Got a little story to tell you here. This is my spa. Pool and spa. It's about 11 years old now. Within the last few months we've had water leaking out from somewhere. Suspected the spa. Saw some puddles of water on either side. Show you. I've got the flower bed dug out here. Not sure it's going to show up on the camera here. It's kind of shadowy, but there's a pretty good stream of water coming out from underneath the concrete structure here in the hot tub. And you can see this bucket of water here. Probably in the last 15 minutes I've bailed at least 3 gallons of water, 3 to 4 gallons of water out of there. So it's coming out at a pretty good clip. And if we go to the other side here, you can see there's another puddle of water here, and a small leak also coming out of the concrete. It's much smaller leak, but this is where I originally thought the leak was coming from, and then I found the one on the other side later after digging out a plant on that side for another reason, and discovered how wet it was and kept digging, and so big problem. I had a pool leak detection company come and do their thing to try to find the leak, and you know, after first thinking it was over here on this side, they did a repair on a jet that they said was leaking. Well, that didn't stop the problem, so apparently I'm not even sure if it was ever leaking. I did call them, tell them, hey, the leak's not fixed, come back. They came back again, did some more testing, and pretty much told me that they believe that the fitting that's embedded in the concrete wall of the spa right behind that jet there is probably the culprit. And you've got water following the pipe through the concrete, both to the left and to the right here, and it finds path of least resistance, and it's coming out here in both of these little flower beds. So anyway, very difficult to repair, very expensive to repair. They'd have to break into the concrete wall, chip out the concrete, and try to get to that fitting. So started asking around, you know, hey, isn't there something that you can put in the pipe or put in the water or pump through the pipes that will plug a small hole? And started looking around, and I found this stuff. It's called Fix-A-Leak, from a company called Marlig Industries. So ordered this 8-ounce bottle, which is about the size you need for up to 1,000 gallon spa, and I'm going to give this a shot. The instructions are a little sketchy, but basically what it tells you is that you know, you bypass your filter, you get the water recirculating in the spa, you pour in, you know, the 8 ounces to 1,000 gallons. I think my spa here is probably total volume 600-700 gallons, but I think I'm just going to use the whole bottle. Then you let it recirculate. You keep an eye on the leaks, watch and see if they stop. It says it's good for holes up to 1/8 inch. You know, I don't think I have a perfectly round hole anywhere. I'm probably looking at a bad glue joint, so hopefully this will work. Should be a fairly small crack that this water's coming through. So you recirculate it for some amount of time, a little unclear in the instructions, but maybe up to 24 hours, keeping an eye on whether the leak is stopped or not. And then you're supposed to let it set up for 24 to 48 hours with no pressure. So at that point I'm going to isolate my spa and just return to recirculating the water in the pool. And then after the 24 to 48 hours, you give it a try and see if it's worked. I think in the meantime, you're also can put your filter back in line and then recirculate, and it'll filter out the unused material that's still in the water. So it says it's heavier than water. So when I pour it in here, it should fall to the bottom of the hot tub and get picked up there by the drain, and recirculate back to my pump, and then come back in through the jets here. So let me get set up here, and I'll pour the stuff in. Okay, so I'm ready to go here. The spa is isolated from the pool. The filter has been bypassed, so I'm just recirculating water through the spa, and I'm about to pour this stuff in. It says to shake it up real good first, so let me do that. And, I'm just going to see if this works. Alright, here it goes. It's all in. Alright, I'm back. Put the fix a leak in the hot tub about 11 o'clock this morning. It's now 2 o'clock. It's been about 3 hours. And the leak hasn't completely stopped yet. It does appear that it has slowed down significantly. You can't probably really see much right now from this video. If I bail some more water out of here again, I think you'll see that it is still leaking, but it has slowed down quite a bit. It's taking quite a bit longer to refill this hole with water. I think if you look carefully right there, you can still see a flow coming in. Still a pretty good flow, but it has slowed down. And the other side has also appeared to have slowed down. Get over there. A little bit of water has come back in there, but it has slowed down. So maybe it's working. It's only been 3 hours. We'll let it keep circulating here. You know, I don't know how long to let it go, but they said to keep going until the leak stops. I don't know what the time limit is on that, if 24 hours, I don't know. So let it go, probably let it go overnight and see what happens. I'll be back in a bit. Alright, well, we're back here Sunday morning about 8 o'clock. The fix leak has been circulating in the hot tub for about 21 hours now, and I'm astounded that the leak has pretty much stopped. The puddle here, I bailed out the water last night, and as you can see, whatever water was left in there's no more been added. It looks like there's no more trickle of water coming out of the spot where it was. It looks like it has stopped. The other side had a little water coming out here as well. Is pretty much the same. It's dried up. So it appears to have worked. So the next thing I'm supposed to do here is let it cure for 24 to 48 hours. So I guess I'm going to turn this off, get my filter back in service, and filter out whatever remaining fix-a-leak is in the water. Then I've got to clean my filters, but looks like it worked, and hopefully it's a long-term fix. Okay, back for the last report. It's been a week since I added fix-a-leak to my spa, and the area where the water was draining out, there's no more water draining out, and same is true on the other side. It's a little bit damp in there because of the sprinkler system had gone off yesterday, and it rained a little bit this morning, but there's no water coming from the pool. So to finish the job up on Sunday, I did drain the spa. Last Sunday I did drain the spa below the level of the jets, and per the instructions I let it sit for 48 hours with no pressure, no flow, and then came and turned it back on. It's been running ever since. The pool's filled up. Been watching the level, and we're not seeing the drop in level that we were seeing before, so pretty much think it's fixed. And that's it. I would highly recommend trying it if you have a similar problem.